In a stunning turn of events, Argentina's National Statistics Agency revealed on Monday that the country's poverty rate has taken a dramatic fall in the second half of 2024, offering a glimmer of hope to millions and a resounding victory for libertarian President Javier Milei in his fierce battle against runaway inflation. The numbers speak volumes. Poverty plunged to 38% by the end of last year, the lowest since 2022, after rising to 53% in the first half of 2024. When triple-digit inflation combined with the drop in economic activity hurt the daily lives of millions of families, leaving them unable to afford basic necessities. Media outlets both in Argentina and internationally broadcasted the economic downturn, portraying it as proof that the drastic reduction in public spending and the liberalization of the economy was a failing model. The same media outlets now either cast doubt on the poverty reduction statistics, despite the methodology not changing at all from when the numbers were bad, or just diminish its importance and instead emphasize the anecdotal evidence of testimonies from people who are still in poverty. Another important fact that these outlets ignore is that poverty didn't start increasing when Milei became president. It had been growing for decades and decades due to the traditional economic model that centered on big government. Milei, who stormed into office in December 2023, wasted no time in launching his shock therapy economic overhaul, slashing spending, lifting price controls, and devaluing the peso in a high-stakes gamble to stabilize the economy. These painful but necessary measures unleashed pent-up price pressures, a bitter legacy of the previous leftist government's reckless money-printing spree. The president's office didn't hold back, declaring that these new figures expose the tragic failure of past policies that plunged millions into despair while politicians pretended to care for the poor. He continued to state the following, quote, "This administration is proving once and for all that economic freedom and fiscal responsibility are the only real path to lifting Argentines out of poverty," end quote. While analysts like Marcelo J. Garcia of Horizon Engage acknowledge this as a huge win for Milei, they warn the real test lies ahead. As the government prepares to loosen strict currency controls, the peso could spiral into volatility, reigniting inflation and threatening hard-won progress. Garcia stated the following, quote, "Poverty in Argentina lives and dies by inflation. With the peso under pressure, can Milei's reforms keep prices in check? That's the million-dollar question," end quote. After clawing out of recession in late 2024, Argentina's economy is projected to grow by 5% this year, a beacon of optimism. Inflation, once a monstrous 289%, has cooled to 66%, offering some relief. 11.3 million Argentines still live in poverty, with over half of them children under 14. Critics argue that Milei's austerity has come at too high a cost, yet they fail to acknowledge the fact that these numbers were worse before he took power. Milei's next challenge will now revolve around securing a crucial $20 billion IMF deal to stabilize Argentina's dwindling foreign reserves, a lifeline to keep the peso afloat and debts at bay. But uncertainty looms, rattling investors and weakening the peso's parallel exchange rate by 8% this month alone. The latest INDEC report confirms that household incomes surged by 64.5% in late 2024, outpacing the rising costs of food and services. For the first time in years, families are breathing easier. "This isn't just numbers, it's lives changed," the government proclaimed. Milei's war on inflation is working, freeing Argentina from the chains that held us back for decades. Yet as celebrations ring out in some quarters, millions still wait for their turn at recovery. The fight is far from over, but for now, Argentina dares to hope again. If things continue on this upward trajectory, it may potentially crush the political left in Argentina for a generation. If October comes and it finds Argentina with a rising economy, falling poverty rates and inflation under control, it's over for the Peronist opposition. If they can't beat him during the most challenging stages of his economic program, they will likely be run over at the ballot box when prospects are on the rise. This is Latinometry. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any other interesting videos about Latin America and the world. Please like and share this video, and thanks for watching.